Rolling.
Rolling. Alright, how can I like really get this going? It always starts with the clap, right?
Hey, it's alright. Peter McKinnon does it.
Who's Peter McKinnon?
Hey, look him up. You'll
Okay.
Get some good
Welcome to
stories.
today's video, guys. Honestly, obviously it's been a while since I've actually uploaded. However, there is a reason, and it's honestly a pretty simple one. I just didn't have any content. I was waiting to really do some installs on this video. See, dude,
What?
Don't even, Matt. You were coming over here to say something, and I looked at you and you stopped. The last few videos, I've mentioned that I want to really focus on the Corvette and kind of take a break from tracking the Evo. I'm not going to not drive the Evo, I just want to street drive it. I did just order an intake manifold, but that's a whole separate video. But this video, we're really going to focus on the Corvette and dive into this and start upgrading it. So the first thing I really want to go over with is suspension. So I did get BC coilovers. So first thing I want to do is really show you how, what do I want to say? How squatty this suspension is, though.
Dude.
How soft, okay. The first thing I want to do is show you how soft this suspension is, right? So, hey, go over here. Eyes up, baby. Look at this wheel gap, first of all, and not to mention this, you know, fitment. So, front, not so bad. Oh, actually, I spoke too soon, that's pretty bad. The rear, though, is tremendous. Really bad. I can't really complain about the whole street driving factor of it. It's a very comfortable ride, it's just not what we're looking for. So, that brings me to my next point. We got some goodies. BC coilovers, I did go with the DS series. So I went with 20Ks in the front, 10Ks in the rear. I reached out to Drift HQ and I reached out to BC to see what they recommend for what I'm gonna use this vehicle for, which is drifting, obviously. The next thing I wanna do is put this on the lift and show you the minor mods I did while I was kind of taking a break on videos.
And yeah.
Hey, dog. Remember when I said I needed wood, or I didn't need wood?
Yeah.
It doesn't go on here. So fortunately, Justin and Matt let me borrow the hoist, which makes this process a whole lot easier for installing those coilovers. Don't do the fronts though.
What?
Don't do the fronts.
Why?
Don't film this. I'm filming.
So let's just do it twice.
So obviously I had to do something about the brakes because we had some rusty, crusty brake pads and rotors. So I did do brakes and rotors all the way around. So these are power stops. I did get these off Rock Auto. I'm kind of testing this out because I want to know if these will work because these are a perfect like budget brake kit. I think they were like $400 or $500 for all of them. So if these work great, awesome. If they don't, we're gonna change it up and do something else. The only other thing I've done to turn this more into a drift car is a modded knuckle setup. So it didn't do a whole lot. I'm kind of regretting doing this. It was $300, so it's not such a big deal. I just know I'm gonna upgrade at one point. So is it justified doing this? It might get me through the first season. I don't know if I will regret it or not. I just know I will for sure upgrade it eventually. But this is how much angle I get. All this is a modded knuckle setup and a outer tie rod adjustment. So that's what I get. I would say, Justin, what would you say? Factory's like that, and then I probably get that much more.
Yeah, I would say probably that.
Factory is horrible on the Corvettes. If anyone knows about Corvette's angle, it's horrible. It's a 4-point turn to just turn around. It's ridiculous. So this gives me a lot more. I noticed it right away. Even if you plan on street driving this, I would do this setup just because it is so much easier to drive. So the next thing I want to bring up is I got the angle, I got the brakes, I got the coilovers. What are we missing, Justin?
An alignment.
I was gonna say wheels, but yes, we do need an alignment. We got some wheels for this
and
thing.
wheels and tires. Forgot about those.
No, we have tires too.
Yep.
All right, so let me go get those tires and bring them down here, and then I can show you. I'm super hyped on these. I am so hyped on the BC coilovers and the Conce wheels. Are you gonna get the tire in the shot though? Question. Okay.
Do a test.
Test it. Q.
Yeah, we got it.
That's good. Don't.
Hey, pause the music.
I feel like I should throw it a little harder.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Don't be shy with it. You know, trap it, you know.
Like this?
No.
Put your foot down there and then catch it with that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then bring that up. Okay.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Wait, I'm not. No. Whoa. We're being crazy.
What, are you gonna talk? What's
Yeah,
the?
no, that's why I'm. Just give me a second. Thank you. Alright, I am excited to announce 1 BC coilovers, 2, just like we were talking about the wheels. Let's show them the wheels, guys. Kansei Astros. Matt gets credit for me ordering these. I was super hyped about ordering some kind of wheel, and I chose these after Matt kind of showed me these. I got, I'm gonna have to think about this. I got 18 by 9.5 in the rear plus 35. In the front, I went 18 by 9 plus 22. So hopefully that gives me a little bit more angle in the front so it doesn't actually hit like the tie rod or the control arm or anything at max angle. Besides that, I literally can't wait to get this stuff on and see this car's transformation. It is really hard to make a C5 look cool because it's so, what do I want to say?
Ugly.
Thank you, guys. I was gonna say not cosmetically pleasing, but yeah, sure, you can call it ugly. So hopefully these will spice it up a little bit. And I forgot to mention, Dalt, I was super hyped on this, alright? I made my own little bracket. Look at this toe hook.
It works.
What's wrong with it? We already used it.
You did use it. Yeah.
We did use it. But honestly, this car's pretty ugly, so I needed something, and I think less is more almost. So, like the Evo, I put a lot of air on it. I did stickers. I did things to like make it look better, in my opinion. This, I chose less is more on this one. So just wheels, coilovers. Let's ride it out for this season and see how it looks. I don't know what else to do with this car. Dalt, do you have any opinions?
Well, we'll find out after.
I obviously needed tires on these wheels, so I actually took the old tires off the RPF ones I got on the Evo. These are Continental what, Dalt?
DWS.
So just like an all-season tire, they're perfect for like my first event. Not to mention, Justin, Matt, and I bought tickets for May 8th at Flat Rock?
Auto City.
Flat Rock Auto City. So that's gonna be our first drift event.
Not Flat Rock, but Auto City.
I'm sure we're not gonna get into the tandeming portion, but we're actually gonna get out there and kind of see what we can do. So Matt's got a whole lot of work to do. Justin has about a little bit of work to do.
I'm 95% there. I'm 95% there too.
What's that 5%? The motor?
What's the 5% putting it together? Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna get this stuff thrown on there. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. The only thing I am gonna mention is this has leaf springs in it right now, and we're going to a true coilover all the way around. That's gonna be kind of not tricky, but new to us. We've never dealt with leaf springs really on a car like this. What, is that fair? I mean, trucks obviously have leaf springs, but a little different on this, so unless we have like issues, I'll bring the camera out. But right now, I think I'm just gonna time lapse doing the whole thing because coilovers are a really simple item to install, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get going on this because I want to finish up because it's already 8:45.
Just getting started, baby.
All right, so we're just tightening up the last few bolts on the rear, and then we're gonna move to the front. I'm also missing a bushing in the front because I got a little cut happy, right, Dalt?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a little happy with the saw, and I cut the bushing I actually needed to fit the top of the coilover. So I got to figure out that tomorrow, but I should get about 90% done tonight. I put the wheel on the other side, and I'm all done with the other side, and it's like looking real spicy, and I'm really excited to show you, but I'm gonna wait till it's all complete. So give me a few more minutes.
I feel like I'd rather have allergies.
We all got our privileges. I don't get burned. You guys can walk through an airport easier than I.
I love it.
All right, so it is the next day. We actually set this all on the ground. We had the wheels on, and it was still monster trucking. So Justin's finishing up the rear, maxing out pretty much. I maxed it out and then did it one more turn backwards just so it's not completely maxed out. Justin doesn't really see the logic, but that's all right.
What's the point of maxing out coilovers and then not maxing them out?
What do you got to say, Ty? I got to say, I'm just excited, okay, Justin? You're not even paying attention.
About to resurface the heads, it's gonna be like
The 2x4s weren't high enough, so now Justin's putting the wheels under the wheels so we can really see how low this goes.
Let's see if she's hot boy or not.
Oh, she's hot boy. We can already tell that.
I think you look like a basic Corvette owner.
Are you serious? What if the wheels just broke?
It just falls through.
Looking pretty spicy in the front there. That's pretty good fitment.
There you go, now you're off.
Should give her a good shake, Justin. Oh, that's good travel.
Yeah, you're good.
Let's see the front.
It's not the credit card fitment I like, but
I think that's your fender.
No, looks good. Yeah, it's good.
All right, so that's definitely it today. I'm gonna pick the camera back up once I get that bushing. I'm talking to my friend Corey that owns parts out C5s and C6s, so I'm sure he'll help me out, and he's local, so I'll just be able to pick it up. But for right now, I'm super stoked with it. It looks so different in the rear with how low it is. Matt noticed this on how you can kind of see it, like a good reference is, look at how close the tow hook is now to the ground. So definitely dropped at least 3 inches off it. I would say so, but can't wait to actually get that bushing, then go drive it. I'm gonna for sure do some donuts and burnouts.
Is this it for this one?
No, we're gonna pick the camera back up once we get the bushing.
All right, well, see you soon. But for you in a few seconds.
All right, so I'm actually gonna combine this with a separate video just because I worked on the car and now I kind of want to test it out. But this is the first drift event. We are at Flat Rock Speedway. I'm gonna take it pretty easy, obviously, because it is the first drift event. Like I said, with the Corvette, we have the modded knuckle setup, we have the tires, wheels, BC coilovers, so really easy. My only concern is no e-brake, but I'm sure I'll get around that, and being a first time, it shouldn't really, I'm okay learning without an e-brake is what I'm saying, so. I think I'm gonna roll into it a little lighter and not flick it as hard. I think when my first run, you guys saw that like I just instantly full throttle clutch kicked it and I instantly spun. So the second run, I kind of eased into it a little bit more, and the third run, I'm gonna keep trying to practice that. I did have 40 pounds of PSI in the front, and they said run it around 25, so I changed that. And then we're putting a little more stickier tire on the rear. Still a scrub tire, but still a little more sticky. This is a 200 treadwear tire. And then I'm saving my newer tires for the last kind of runs because I want the most grip later on. I'm trying to get just used to it with this. It is really slick out there. It's super gravelly, and just everyone's saying it's really slick. I don't know if you filmed anymore, but everyone's spinning out.
Yeah, no, everyone definitely is. A lot of people, this is their first time. You can tell who's been here before.
But honestly, so fun, and not very expected, right? So like everything I kind of expected, it's happening. I kind of set myself up for success here because I don't know. It just except for tools wise. I'm borrowing a lot of tools. I thought the Corvette didn't need any maintenance. Apparently, I forgot a socket for my wheels. Is it fun to watch? Is it cool?
Yeah,
like, are you guys entertained?
It's been nuts.
Is it?
It's just,
How are the tandems?
knowing that it's you out there and you spin out and you're like done, you're like, now he's not gonna see him for a while.
I know, that's the bummer. That's the bummer. But I think I'm gonna spin out 3 times now. Last run I only spun out once. Granted, I only drifted half the course, but I
You're
only
just
spun
getting the
out
feel.
once.
You're just getting the feel.
I'm just getting used to it. How was the? Did you like catch the whole smack in the front bumper coming up on the bank? And I forgot my BC wrenches, so I can't even raise it.
That's so cool. But no,
yeah. That one felt better.
Sick round, dude. That was a good round.
Getting a little more comfortable. It's all about the transition and then just throttle. I think I'm on round number 4. I think I went 4 times around. My third one was definitely my best one. However, the fourth one I kind of got a little cocky, but I did commit on the first entry, which was pretty big, right? Yeah. It felt good to like bang first, bang second, and try to hold that that drift into the turn 1. The little minor adjustments we made with putting the 200 treadwear tires on the back really helped. I can't really tell you like what it was specifically because I don't feel like I have enough experience, but overall it just feels more stable in drift. The number one thing I want to work on now is just keeping my eyes up and focusing on my like target points, because I think I'm getting a little lost on the track, and I remember like figuring this out in the Evo on a road course, and it was a dramatic difference.
Well said.
Thank you.
job.
Come on, man.
Solid.
That wasn't feel good. As you guys saw, I did get a little cocky at the very last lap there. One of my takeaways from this is I didn't go through as much tires as I thought I would. I brought 3 sets of tires, 2 scrubs, 1 brand new set for the rears, and I barely went through half of my scrubs. So I'm not sure if that's because it was so cool outside. It was about 60 degrees outside. So, and maybe once we get a hotter track and it's a little hotter outside, we're gonna go through tires a lot more. Car held together phenomenally. Super happy with it. One of the things is I want to raise the front and the rear about 1 inch. I just don't want to deal with scraping the subframe. As you guys saw in the video, I hit subframe a few times. I want to get some spacers in the front because I do hit the inner side of the wheel on my control arm, so I definitely want to get that a little more pushed out, and because I'm doing that, I actually have to get extended brake lines for the front. Definitely on my to-do list before my next event. I am hooked, so I already bought my next ticket. It's on June 25th. Can't wait. Literally, it's a 3-day event. Another thing I want to do, or I kind of have to do, is remount this fire extinguisher. I probably should put it back there, mount it back there. They were a little worried because this is technically the airbag. My airbag light is on because of the steering wheel and the seats, obviously, so they shouldn't go off, but if they went off, they're worried that this would just pound the passenger. So definitely have to address that. Definitely want to get the spacers, extended brake lines, and then also raise the whole car because I don't want to scrape anymore. But besides that, car held together perfect. I couldn't be happier with this car and my choice of car. If you can't tell, I don't know if it's because I was breathing in smoke or I'm getting a little sick, but I do sound a little nasally, so I apologize for that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Can't wait for the second event.